What's going on YouTube? Donovan back with another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys goalball, which is a sport that nobody really has heard of, but it's a Paralympic sport. It's a sport played for people with visual impairments or blindness. It's really fun. I play it myself. I gotta say, I feel like I'm one of the best in the country, but I really haven't got a chance to really showcase my skills like that and on an adult level because, you know, where I'm at right now, there's no goalball teams. But the closest goalball team that they have, and hopefully the people that are visually impaired, you know, that are capable of playing goalball but maybe haven't, and it's in the DMV area. There's a team in DC called the DC Eagles. I'm, you know, giving them some recognition. And if you're in the, like, Baltimore type area, there's a team called the Maryland Raptors. Shout out to y'all. And here's the interesting part. First, for the DC Eagles, they do have a you know girls that play on the team as well. I don't know if they have a separate name or not, but I know that there's girls. Cause the last time I played goalball was actually with them for one of their practices in December. And I felt like I was actually the best I've ever been since high school, like even better than I was in high school, and I was a beast in high school. And then for the Maryland Raptors, they have two teams, one for the girls and one for the boys. The girls recently had their name the Maryland Lynx, so shout out to the Maryland Lynx and the Maryland Raptors. I've also played with them like once or twice. The first time I played, it was fun. And I was really good with, you know, playing defense mainly. I don't think I scored. Well, I think I scored like 1 or 2 goals. But, yeah, I want to get myself well known with goalball too. But I also want to show you guys, the people that never heard of goalball, what goalball is and stuff. Since I don't want to make this intro too long, I'll just show you guys the video of what goalball is, like the guy telling you, you know, exactly what it is. I would, but I don't want to make this video or intro too long. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah. All right, here we go, YouTube.
Have you ever heard of goalball? Goalball is a sport designed for athletes who are visually impaired. It's played all over the world and has been a staple of the Paralympics since 1976. The sport was originally created after World War II in an effort to rehabilitate visually impaired veterans who returned from the war front. But while it was designed for the visually impaired, anyone can play it.
Yes.
All players, whether they are visually impaired or not, don a blindfold. And since they cannot use their vision during play, athletes must rely on their other senses and their complete concentration. Thus, it's important that there is complete silence while the game is going on. No cheering until a goal is scored, of course. Goal! This way, the athletes will be able to hear and follow the ball, which has a bell in it, and hear their teammates while the game is in progress. The students who attend programming here at North Dakota Vision Services School for the Blind play goalball during their recess or gym time. They learn and practice the 3 basic skills of throwing, blocking, and passing. For many of them, this is their first exposure to the sport, but playing goalball quickly becomes one of their favorite parts of the week. Let's have some of our North Dakota goalball athletes explain, in their own words, how to play the sport.
Oh, gosh.
Every team member is blindfolded, and you cannot peek out of your blindfold. and you basically chuck balls back and forth and have to block them with your body. So it's kind of like it's like the opposite of dodgeball. You want to stop the ball instead of not getting hit by the ball. You want to get hit by the ball and then throw it back at the other team.
A goal is scored by someone throwing the ball, and then if your opponent team fails to block it and it gets past them, then that's a goal.
Okay, goalball is a sport played by 3 athletes on a team at the same time. Each player is blindfolded. You have 1 center and 2 wings, and the ball, because you're blindfolded, that you play with has bells in it, and the object is to roll the ball kind of like you would a bowling ball. You don't throw it through the air, but you roll it, and the object is to get it past the other team's goal line. And you just keep playing the halves, whatever you decide on for our kids. And the team that has the most goals at the end of the game is the winning team.
Our teens also get the chance to compete in 2 goalball tournaments every year. In February, student athletes from the South Dakota School for the Blind and Visually Impaired in Aberdeen come to Grand Forks, and in April, students and coaches from North Dakota drive to Aberdeen to compete there. These are low-key tournaments with the aim of just having fun and to build skills. New friends are made, all while enjoying a little healthy competition with our neighbors to the south. These tournaments also expose our families, friends, and communities to the sport. Families and friends come to watch the games and are even invited to play an exhibition game or 2 at the conclusion of the tournament. By actually playing the sport, they quickly realize how difficult it is to play and how important concentration and quiet is on the court. During our February tournament, the Delta Gamma sorority from the University of North Dakota helps us out by serving as line judges and scorekeepers. Some of them even get a chance to play the game.
So I was in the center, and I had to really pay attention to my senses and listen to the ball and listen to my teammates next to me. So it was pretty difficult, but really fun to be able to rely on my senses instead of my sight.
Many of our students that we serve do not feel comfortable playing typical fast-paced sports such as basketball, football, or volleyball.
Man, I
There's
love
simply
that.
too much reliance on sight in order for these students to participate on an equal basis. Goalball, however, is different.
It's different because I'm playing it with other people who are visually impaired, and so we all kind of know what it's like, and so we have to, instead of having to rely more physically and being able to have seeing hand-eye coordination, it's more using your hearing and your different hear and feel. It's really reliant on those senses.
Goalball is different from other sports is because I'm actually good at it compared to other sports. It doesn't require vision, and puts everyone on an equal playing field.
Exactly.
Relies more on your sense of, sound and your visualization of yourself in the court without vision itself.
Now that you know what goalball is, you know that it takes quick instincts, teamwork, strength, endurance, flexibility, full concentration, but not sight.
Alright, what is your favorite part about goalball?
My favorite part about goalball is chucking the ball or rolling it really hard to the other team and scoring.
When I played goalball, I liked the thrill of being on the ground, trying to stop the ball, and have the ball coming toward you and trying to throw it. But now that I don't play, I like it when people have good throws and good blocks.
I think it's just seeing the students have a lot of fun and being immersed in their environment, and I think it's just something that you don't get to experience elsewhere, so just really being here is just the best part to me.
So are you ready to compete?
So guys, now that you pretty much understand what goalball is and stuff, I'm gonna show you guys an actual game of goalball played at a high level pace. Cause that video, those people were that's like you could like the lady said, they were just getting started, and yeah, they would get killed by my team. They like they said, I think they were just new to the sport, and they were like, I guess you could say amateurs. They played like mini tournaments against just one school. When I was in high school at the Maryland School for the Blind, we played all around the country. Like we played teams from New York, Philadelphia. We played teams from excuse me, Boston, from West Virginia, Virginia. We played teams from Florida, all of that. And then, if you get to the adult leagues, you can play teams from like New Jersey, New York still, Texas, Tennessee, stuff like that. But yeah, we played those teams, and I might show you guys some like adult league games. Well, actually, the game I'm about to show you right now is the Maryland Raptors adult league versus the, I think, Tennessee Tornadoes gold medal game, which is to win the first place in that tournament. But yeah, this is really fun. I love playing goalball. Excuse me, my throat. But like they were saying what their favorite part of goalball is. I say what my favorite part of goalball is. My favorite part, what I like about goalball the most is the intensity, the competitive nature of it. I love communicating with my teammates and bringing them back up if we're down, or just keeping them, at a respective level when we're winning. Like try to keep them hyped, but at the same time keep them focused. Like when every time, and I have witnesses, that can vouch for me, like my best friend Ty and all of them. But when I score a goal, I used to get hyped, let's go, blah, 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 and then get scored on. But recently, every time I score a goal, I say, no, come on, guys, defense, let's focus. Like, I don't get, hype and stuff unless it's my teammates scoring a goal. And even then, I say, all right, let's go back on defense, let's focus, guys. Like, I try to keep our head focused and, calm so we won't get scored on, or, so we can just keep locked into the game and then be all hype and stuff after the game and all that. But I just love the competition in goalball. I love being dominant, facing challenges, whether it's playing a team that maybe beat my team a couple of times and trying to go up against them and beat them, or just working hard to get better and better at a specific thing that I want to get better at. Whether it's rolling, defense, communicating, or, just court IQ. I have really good court IQ, and I know that because they tested it out in my school when we was in practice. They told it, how you wear blindfolds, and what they missed was about the tactile lines on the floor in that video. They didn't mention that. There's tactile lines on the court that so you know where you are in the position. There's 3 positions in goalball. They say 3 people, but they didn't say the positions. There's left wing. Well, I think the one girl said center. So yeah, there's left wing, right wing, and center. And the way they tested our court IQ was told us to stand up in the position that we are in with blindfolds on, and they tell us to take certain steps forward or backwards, and then turn sideways and do spin around and stuff. And after they try to confuse us, then they tell us to try to find our position we started at in. And I always did it really fast. Like I was really good, so I had really good court IQ. So that's another important key to goalball, is knowing where you are on the court at all times, even when you can't see. That's another good sense of touch and stuff like that. So yeah, but hope you guys liked that introduction. Now enjoy the game versus the Maryland Raptors and Tennessee Tornado and gold medal game. Here we go.
Wait!
Maryland Raptors are in the red, guys. Maryland Raptors just scored. That's the Raptors. They changed the rule. That was 2 years ago. Now it's different. It's a block out, block stop, and just restart to win it. I'll tell y'all in a minute. Oh, they scored. So a block out these days. I'm gonna pause it real quick, guys. So a block out back then, the 10 seconds keeps running. That's why the guy told you got to drop it right away. But now, for example, if it's like 7 seconds on the 10-second shot clock and it's blocked out, it don't have to be a line out for the clock to stop. It's just when they say play, it just starts where it left off. Like if it's like 6 seconds and they say play, you have 6 seconds to roll. Whether it's back then, it kept running. They had to drop it as soon as possible. You can have like 2 seconds to roll. So yeah, basically the difference is the clock stops no matter what when it goes out, whether it's line out or block out, and then it only stopped if it was line out. So yeah, just to clarify that, here we go. 2-1 Maryland. Yes, sir. Go Maryland. Three to one Maryland. Well, I don't know what just happened there, guys, but yeah. Hey, I don't know what happened there, guys, but that was just a little sneak peek of what Goalball is like. And I actually know those people that was on that team. There's the center was Calvin. Shout out to you, Calvin. Yeah, that was Goalball. And the cool part is, that was like 2 years ago, so there's a lot. Obviously, the rules have changed, so it's a lot, different from then to now. But also stay tuned because once this quarantine stuff is completely over and the gyms open back up, I would definitely be recording myself play goalball with the DC Eagles once I go to their practices a lot more often, and hopefully even not just practices. Excuse my back, but tournaments as well, like actual official like tournaments that hopefully I can make it to, and y'all see me in those. Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm just ready to play goalball again. But yeah, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this little video of goalball, and I'm gonna try to do a lot more videos of this in the future to get goalball well known. Even though I don't got that many subscribers, but hopefully this helps to y'all subscribe if y'all like this and are interested. Just turn on notifications so you are the first ones to know when I upload about goalball and things like that. And like I said, hit a thumbs up to this video, and also I'm gonna try to, not try, but I'm definitely gonna record, when I actually make it to a DC Eagles game practice and tournament. So just be on the lookout for that. Subscribe so you won't miss it, just in case. You'll just be notified instead of maybe searching to see if I ever did it. You'll just be notified when I do. So hopefully that was a fun video for you guys, and remember to stay safe and peace.